Bailey keeping it. Got a block from Smothers. C.J. Bailey scores. Touchdown for NC State. Here's the snap to Bailey. C.J. gunning middle of the field. That's caught. In stride. Touchdown for Wesley Grimes. The two tight ends to the left. They bring Daniels to the right. I formation. They hand it. Smothers drives. Did he get in? Touchdown for the Wolfpack. Lived up to the billing. He punches in the touchdown, but he set the table in the drive. 2nd down and 8. Moore. Nice cutback. Gets a block. Gets another block. He's got some room. He's got green. He's got touchdown. Elon defense has risen to the occasion. Mensah throws it up. End zone. Touchdown. Samir Higgins. And Mensah with his first touchdown pass as a Blue Devil. In 3 years. There's a couple to play. Mensah deep down the middle of the field. Anthony touchdown. One on the play clock. Mensah touchdown. Samir Higgins bobbled, caught it, 6-yard strike. Game slipping away here from Elon. Duke asserting itself offensively. Quayshawn Brown coming to the near side. Has plenty of room. Has some blocks. Punter last man to beat him. Brown all the way. House call. And 11 yards shy of the 400-yard plateau. Into the end zone. Did he break the play? He did. Peyton Jones dropped a touchdown in the first half. Runs one into the 4th quarter.
Call him Agent Zero. Ashford, plenty of time, taking off. Ashford cuts upfield, and he's in for the touchdown. What a play by Ashford. Does he get in, though? Is that elbow down before the ball gets over the...
King keeps it, and King hit at the 1, but powers his way across. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. King will keep it, cuts it back inside the 10, and King into the end zone. Georgia Tech retakes the lead with a King touchdown. Goal, will he be in a similar situation? Tech has some work to do. King keeping it. First down and more. King breaks free. Past the 20. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Third rushing touchdown for
Bill Baraducci, redshirt senior from Allison Park, Pennsylvania, puts it in the air. And this is fielded at the 12-yard line. You talked about his electricity across the 40 on his feet, midfield, into plus territory. There he goes. 20, 10, goodbye, touchdown, Des Reed. Holstein looking right, comes over the middle, wide open is Blue Hicks. Slip behind the linebackers, and Hicks, the former Louisville Cardinal,
punch it in right here.
Goff again. Got it. Touchdown. So Pitt, thanks to a great return on the kickoff by Kenny Johnson, takes advantage of outstanding field position, gets in the end zone again. Goff, his first career.
Glad he's here.
A couple of big plays here as Pitt is trying to take advantage of good field position again. Eli Holstein throws, and a strike to the end zone to Kenny Johnson. 20-yard touchdown pass.
You love to see as a quarterback.
2 timeouts, under a minute to go till halftime. Holstein laying it out for Hicks. Oh, what a catch. I gotta say it, Chase, out of the blue with that left hand. Reed, oh my. Des Reed, goodbye, touchdown. Well, we just said he was nondescript, and then it's like to put a finger in our eye, says, oh yeah? He takes it 53 yards for a
NFL talent all around. Both tackles, starting tackles, Jeff Piercy, Brian Baer.
Oh, look out, Malachi Thomas, the tight end, touchdown. 34 yards. They get it to Thomas, who's from Thomasville, Georgia, as it happens. And it's another touchdown pass for Holstein.
Gotta love it.
Well, they're using this as practice time now. Gonzalez drops back over the middle, man wide open. This is going to be a touchdown. Waltzing in, Bryce Yates, 60 yards for the true freshman.
Angeli, the pitch. Willis looking for the pylon. He's in. That's a Syracuse touchdown. Angeli to the goal line. Touchdown. Well-designed play. Jonte Cook able to squeeze it across the goal line right on his hip, courtesy of Angeli. And Syracuse does indeed make this a 2-score game once again.
Work to do.
Willis leaps, puts the ball out to the goal line and breaks the plane for a touchdown. That little reach from Yassine Willis got it across the chalk.
Yassine Willis, here you're going to see he's going to take to the air, stretch the ball. There it is. Easy to confirm.
Millar lining up. Yassine Willis, he takes the handoff and he will walk into the end zone with a Syracuse touchdown. Now Syracuse signaling that they're going to go for 2 now, down by 12.
Eagles on this opening drive. Lonergan will throw, has a man inside the 5, and a touchdown. Jordan McDonald out of the backfield. First touchdown strike of the year from Dylan Lonergan, and the Eagles take a 6-0 lead. 2nd and 8. Play action. Back of the end zone. Touchdown, Jaden Skeet. Second touchdown strike of the day for Dylan Lonergan. Drive here inside the 15. Throwing. End zone. Touchdown, Jaden Skeet. All kinds of time for Lonergan. And he finds his junior receiver. 3rd touchdown throw for Lonergan. Plays here. 2nd down and 10. Pass is intercepted. Picked off and returned for a touchdown. Bam Crouch, the pick 6. On a 3rd and 5. Lonergan looking end zone, throws it up, it's caught. Touchdown, Reed Harris. What a catch by the red shirt.
And get better.
A football player's football player as Richard turbos his way into the end zone. First rushing touchdown of the season for Turbo Richard. And Boston College has opened up a 44-3 lead.
Really good route run and good body control.
They hand it off to Alex Broom, and he muscles his way in. Touchdown, Boston College, and the lead is 51-3.
Coming in from Campbell with the big play.
And Bo McCormick pounds it in for another Boston College touchdown. First touchdown of his Boston College. As they get a playoff before the 2-minute timeout. James, end zone, touchdown, Dawson Pugh.
senior to freshman connection.
Approaching the red zone. Moss to Brown again. Brown through the seam, burst through. He's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. A 31-yard score. Isaac Brown, and Louisville strikes first. Lacey fields it. He's a speedster. Makes a man miss. Another still on his feet. Weaving in and out of traffic. Gets to midfield. He's gonna go all the way to the end zone for a touchdown. 93 yards. Second and goal from the 8. Moss, plenty of time. Now he's gonna run for it. He's got a lane into the end zone. He walks in for the score. An 8-yard run for Miller Moss. They give it to Brown. Huge hole on the right side. Burst through. Hits the gas. See you later. Isaac Brown. Touchdown number 2 today. 68 yards. Here comes Moss, back to the air, takes a deep shot into the end zone. Touchdown! Duke Watson out of the backfield. You see one running back taking off and scoring on the offset eye. Brown plunges into the end zone, punctuates the drive with another touchdown. Allen pulls this time, launches down the right sideline, hits his man in stride. Chris Hughes for a touchdown. A 31-yard strike. And Brady Allen getting into the act.
Make it a big one.
Here's Castellanos to the outside, inside the 5, diving into that end zone with a stride. Touchdown, Knowles. Tommy Castellanos. Castellanos goes off to BC. Bill O'Brien takes that job, and then he reunites here with Malzahn. Here is Danzy now, and look at Mekhi Danzy. How about it, Knowles? Holmes. Short side of the field, trying to get the pylon, and he does. Listen to this place roar. Sawchuk straight ahead inside the 10, keeping his balance, getting help from his friends, finding his way to the goal line and in.
Morris is under center, pitches it. Taylor scores. Direct snap to Whaley, fakes like he's going to the right, and goes right up the middle for the score.
Tackles in space, and Virginia making a miss, coming up with some big plays.
Sips that one inside. Beautiful pitch and catch, and Ross scores. Morris going to throw. Looking Edrin's way. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Flag down behind him.
We're going to get him for a little push-off.
Quiet to the pass. Holding. Defense number 2. That penalty decline is all of the play. Touchdown.
So we get to see Daniel Kalen, the transfer from Nebraska. Direct snap to the tailback. And an easy score for the Cavaliers. Number 2 on the night for Jamari. Southern and East Carolina, their next 2 before going into Sun Belt play. Opening up at South Alabama. Ross on the return. Watch out. He's got great speed. He's got the kicker beat. What a night for Cam Ross. Welcome to Charlottesville, young man.
Big play here, second quarter. Handoff. 5 Strikes into the end zone. Touchdown, Randall on second effort. Refused to be stopped.
Talked about it. There's the first collision. As the linebackers, LSU thinks they've got him stopped.
Going to be the heartbeat of this team tonight. Looking for a big night from Kevin.
Here is a deep shot downfield and in stride, Romello Brinson. Touchdown SMU. My goodness. 63. Long ride from Commerce. They've got a nice turnout here tonight at Ford Stadium in Dallas. Madonna trying to go middle screen and it's almost intercepted. It's deflected. Kilgore. It's a touchdown if all this stands. My goodness. Catches by Merrill and gets him started here. Now Jennings to work. He'll hand the ball inside and look at Johnson. Make two miss. Chris Johnson, touchdown.
Woo! Little wiggle right there, man. Look at that, huh?
The center Thursland. Here's Rodriguez trying to find it. It's intercepted. It is picked off, and this is Moses. Ahmad Moses is going to take one to the house of 95 yards. How about that?
Stayed out there. Ahmad Moses never would have been able to make that pick, but Proctor brought himself right back to him. So that's probably not having enough time together with the quarterback and the receiver. For the next play, he gets the ball and has a great run.
Yep, here he goes again. Nope, that's Jennings. He's going to keep it and walk into the end zone. So Kevin Jennings on the read play scores on the ground for the first time. 3rd down and 12. Here goes Jennings, and now he's going to throw, and that's caught. Wide open is Jalen Cooper for the touchdown.
Numbers terrible on 3rd down. They were terrible in the red zone last year. Back to pass. JKS rolling left. He's got plenty of time, and he'll throw it. It's caught. Touchdown. Mason Minnie, the tight end. And Jaron Kiave Songopolatele has his first. And so far, so good. He's 5 for 5 for 93 yards in his first quarter of college action. That pass is caught! And another perfect delivery. Grizel, 32 yards.
What a start for this young man.
Oh, my.
Unbelievable. Great recognition. He recognizes man-to-man defense on the outside. He has a true freshman corner.
They're under center on 2nd and goal. Play fake. And he's going to throw over the top. He's got his man wide open. Landon Morris, touchdown, Cal.
Great instincts and feel for that outside corner masses.
1st and goal, and the handoff straight ahead with the push. Brandon High is in, touchdown.
Challenging him on his first college snap. He's covering C.J. Daniels at the bottom of your screen under pressure from Billy Amuasa. And it is caught! Malachi Tony! A touchdown! For 19 total. Under pressure off his back foot! Up for grabs! And caught! C.J. Daniels! A tremendous one-handed catch! But I guess you could say that was on the money.
I mean, that is an unbelievable catch. Now, he does bobble it a little bit through the ground, but does the ball ever touch the ground is the question. Goes up with one hand, pulls it in, but watch it now. Does he get it into his body? Does it ever touch the ground? From that angle, I don't see any ball meeting the grass.
C.J. Daniels played all of last year at LSU after 3 at Liberty. He had 42 catches for the Tigers, but did not have a touchdown catch. Brown down to the goal line. They're trying to push him across. Fans think he has scored. The officials haven't raised their arms yet. Touchdown.
So hard to tell in the scrum whether or not that ball does cross the plane. The fact that it was called a touchdown on the field is massive.
Ran for nearly 500 yards at South Alabama last year. Leave it with Hood. Hood for the goal line. Stranding and goes in. Standing up. Touchdown Heels. Start for North Carolina. Hood had the first carry, and he had the final one on that drive. Bill can hardly contain it. In the third quarter, Carolina trying to get one in. Max Johnson firing, touchdown, and it's his brother Jake.
That's great.
Johnson to Johnson puts one on the board for the Heels.